today's video, I'll be taking test 1 from Cambridge 9. I'll take first 7 questions only, which are true, false, not given. These questions are generally sequential. When I say generally sequential, means most of the times you'll get these answers in order, which means if I get my first answer, second will be after that, third will be after that. And if I get my first answer, but I'm not able to get my second answer, I get first and third. I do not get second. In that case, we can assume second to be not given because the place of second is in between first and third. This concept really helps us. Now, let's take a first question. Michael Faraday was the first person to recognize Perkins' ability as a student of chemistry. Since these answers are sequential, I'll look for first answer in the first paragraph. If I do not get my first answer in first, I'll check this in second paragraph. This concept, sequential, helps you get the location of answers. So this answer, first answer should be in the beginning. If we have a look at the first paragraph, we do not get our keywords because the keywords help us to get the location. Keywords here are Michael Faraday, first person to recognize Perkins' ability. So we have to look for these keywords. We don't get Michael Faraday in the first paragraph. We get Michael Faraday here in second paragraph. It means this is the location of my answer. So I'll read it. As a student at the City of London School, Perkin became immersed in the study of chemistry. So Perkin was student where at City of London School. Perkin is also a keyword. His talent and devotion to the subject were perceived by his teacher. So he was such a promising student that his talent and devotion were perceived, understood by his teacher. Who is his teacher? Thomas Hall or Thomas Hall. Now, this Thomas Hall encouraged him to attend a series of lectures given by the eminent means famous, popular, scientist Michael Faraday. Teacher is suggesting him to attend a series of lectures given by famous scientist Michael Faraday. So, Michael Faraday was the first person to recognize Perkins' ability, or is it teacher Thomas Hall? So it is not Michael Faraday, rather Michael Faraday's lectures he listened, but the ability was recognized by his teacher, not Michael Faraday. Teacher is Thomas Hall. So this answer should be false. Thomas Hall was the first person to recognize. So this answer is false. Now this is the location of our first answer. Now we come to our second question. Michael Faraday suggested Perkins should enroll in the Royal College of Chemistry. Now, who is Michael Faraday? We've understood he is a famous scientist. He suggested Perkins to enroll in the Royal College of Chemistry. Michael Faraday at the Royal Institution. Those speeches fired the young chemist's enthusiasm further, and he later went on to attend the Royal College of Chemistry. So he went to listen to the lectures where at the Royal Institution. Those speeches, those lectures fired the young chemist's enthusiasm. It means these speeches motivated him to such a level that later on he went to attend the same college, that is Royal College of Chemistry. Question says Michael Faraday suggested. There is no information about Michael Faraday suggesting. The information is there that Perkin attended Royal College, but it was because of self-motivation while listening to the speeches of Michael Faraday. Not Michael Faraday is suggesting. So can we say anything about Michael Faraday suggesting Perkin to attend the particular institution? No. We cannot say anything about Michael Faraday. So this answer should be not given. Third, Perkin employed August Wilhelm Hoffmann as his assistant. Perkin employed August Wilhelm Hoffmann. These are our keywords. Now, Perkin is employing this person, that is Wilhelm Hoffmann, as his assistant. Now, this answer, second answer, even though it is not given, but incomplete or irrelevant information is somewhere here. Third answer. At the time of Perkin's enrollment, the Royal College of Chemistry was headed by. Now, when he gets enrolled, this college was headed by German chemist August Wilhelm Hoffmann. So we get our keywords. These are our keywords. Perkins' scientific gifts soon caught Hoffmann's attention, and within 2 years, He became Hoffman's youngest assistant. Who is he? Perkin. Because see, August Wilhelm Hoffman is heading this particular institution, that is Royal College of Chemistry. And Perkin's scientific gifts, it means Perkin was such an intelligent student that his scientific gifts soon caught Hoffman's attention. And within 2 years, he means Perkin becomes Hoffman's youngest assistant. Question says Perkin employed Hoffman as his assistant, but the information is completely opposite. It was Perkin who was Hoffman's assistant. So this answer is very easy. It should be false. This is our third answer. Next, Perkin was still young when he made the discovery that made him rich and famous. Perkin was still young. How can we say this? See, he was Hoffman's youngest assistant, Perkin. And then we have words. See, Hoffman's youngest assistant. These words are giving this answer. Not long after that means still he was young. After that, Perkin made the scientific breakthrough. Scientific breakthrough, here they've written discovery. Breakthrough can be paraphrased with the word discovery. That would bring him both fame and fortune. What is fame? Being famous. What is fortune? To be rich. How do we know? Not long after that, Perkin made the scientific discovery. It means when he was still young. Very soon, he made the scientific discovery that made him rich and famous. And here the words are fame and fortune. Information completely agrees. So this answer should be true. Very easy. Now, the tree from which quinine is derived grow only in South America. The trees from which quinine is derived grow only in South America. So quinine only in South America. This information is here. At the time, quinine was the only viable medical treatment for malaria. The drug is derived from the bark of the cinchona tree, native to South America. What is the meaning of native? Native means something that is indigenous, something that naturally grows at a place. So the drug, what drug? Quinine. It is made from the bark of cinchona that naturally grows in South America. But our question says the trees from which quinine is derived grow only in South America. Text is not telling us about do these trees grow anywhere else in the world or not. The text is only telling us that these trees are native to South America, which means they naturally grow, but not telling us do they grow anywhere else in the world. And the question is saying they grow only in South America. We cannot answer anything about it, that do they grow somewhere else or not. We can just say they are native, which means the information is there, but it is irrelevant, not sufficient to answer this question. So this answer should be not given. Next, Perkin hoped to manufacture a drug from a coal tar waste product. He was hoping, wishing that he would make a drug from a coal tar waste product. So here, during his vacation in 1856, Perkin spent his time in the laboratory on the top floor of his family's house. He was attempting to manufacture quinine from aniline. He was attempting means trying or hoping, wishing to manufacture quinine from aniline. What is aniline? And inexpensive, which means not expensive, cheap, and readily available. Readily means easily available coal tar waste product. So he was attempting, it means he was hoping to make drug from this and this. This information completely agrees. He hoped, he was attempting. Drug from a coal tar waste product? Yes. From aniline, that is inexpensive and readily available coal tar waste product. This information completely agrees. This answer should be true. Now, Perkin was inspired by the discoveries of the famous scientist Louis Pasteur. He was inspired, motivated by the discoveries of this famous scientist Louis Pasteur. And here we get the keywords of Louis Pasteur. In proving the truth of the famous scientist Louis Pasteur's words. Proving the truth of famous scientist Louis Pasteur's words means whatever words this scientist had given, these words were proved truth in his case, that chance favors only the prepared men. What is the meaning? That he was successful and he was able to prove the words of this famous scientist to be truthful. And these were his words. But the question is saying he was inspired by the discoveries. There is nothing mentioned about the discoveries and Perkin getting inspired from those discoveries. There is nothing mentioned. Only his words were truthful in this case, which is not relevant with this question. So this question is also not given.